So I pulled my guitar out of the case the other night and I noticed this. Not a good thing. It's a good thing it didn't happen while I was playing. Could have lost the guitar. So we're going to try to fix this today. First we're going to just see what we have. Let's take the screw out and see what it looks like. I seem to remember doing this before, but I'm not sure what guitar I did it on. I had to grab my little screwdriver. Alright, so let's take a look in here and see what we got. Everything looks pretty good, so it just wormed its way out. So I have a couple choices. I could use a bigger screw. I don't like that idea actually, because it feels like I'm going to be cutting into the guitar too much if I use a bigger screw. So what I'm going to do is try the old toothpick trick. So what I'm going to do is glue a few toothpicks into the guitar. I can only fit one in here, I bet. Yeah. Might be able to jam another one in there. Plus the glue. So I'm a little worried about getting glue on the guitar, so I'm going to take a few precautions before I actually do it. So I ended up putting some saran wrap on my guitar, just so I don't slop any glue on it. I'm going to be careful, but you never know. So the first thing I'm going to do is get out my glue. I'm going to use some of this Gorilla Glue. I've used it on a lot of stuff. It seems to really do the job. So just down here on a little paper plate, putting some glue on the toothpick, and I'm going to stick it in the hole, and then I'm going to take another toothpick and see, also glue it, of course. See if I can jam that in the hole. And what I'm going to do is take my picture hanging hammer, little petite hammer, and hammer these guys in. And the second one doesn't want to go in very far, but the first one went in pretty far, so that's about it, I think. I don't think I can get another one in there. So anyway, I'm going to let that dry tonight, and then tomorrow we'll cut off the toothpicks and try to reinstall this thing with the same screw, and it should have a lot to grab now. We hope. See you then. Alright, so today we're going to finish the repair on the strap lock screw that failed on my Fender Stratocaster. So we did the toothpick thing. I glued a couple of toothpicks in there. I tapped them in with a little hammer, and so we're going to see if we can get this off. Sometimes you can just bust this. And look at that, it's perfect. And I didn't slop any glue anywhere either. Alright, so the next question is should I drill this? Well, that's going to be a hard drill job because you got two toothpicks in there. And so we're just going to kind of see what happens. I mean, there's actually a little orifice between the two toothpicks. But I think I am going to get a little punch and maybe do a little starter hole just to make sure I'm in the center. So I got a little punch, the sharpest one I have. Hopefully this will be good enough. Got the little hammer I used before. So I'm just going to turn the guitar over, hold it with my foot. grab my punch. See if I can find the center there. I'm just going to go a little. There we go. Okay. I think I'm just going to see if I can make a little pilot hole. There we go. Only went partially in, maybe half of this. And again, I'm trying to use the original screw. And I did recall the last time I did this repair, it was with the Les Paul that was sitting here in the other video. I had to do a similar repair. First of all, it's really hard to find a really strong screw that has a small head like that that'll fit into this little device here, this little sleeve. So I did the same thing on the Les Paul. So that's why I have a fair amount of confidence that this thing's going to work. So there you see how it's going to line up. And I am just going to, let me get this up in the camera. I think I'm just going to take a regular screwdriver and I'm going to try to drive this thing in. Just slowly turn it. Hasn't really caught yet. Which is maybe a good thing, because that means the toothpicks and the glue, here we go, have created a really strong base for the screw to grab onto. Yeah, it feels really tight, really good. Glad I'm going with the original part. Yeah, this is like going in perfect. Getting a little bit harder here at the end, which is good. I'm just going, so that's about as tight as I can get it, so we're going to go with that. And this thing is like a rock, like the top one. So I'm going to have to call that a successful repair. And again, I'm not a guitar tech, I'm a guitar player. But guitar players need to know how to do a few things, like adjust their bridge, keep their fretboard nice and oiled, and minor repairs, maybe minor electronic repairs. But anyway, I'm just passing along what I know. It's worked twice now, so that's a good thing. The Les Paul one failed after about 10 years of pretty strenuous use. This is a 2010 guitar that didn't get used quite as much until the last few years, so maybe a little less wear. But so maybe 10 years on one of these things with normal use. But that's how to fix them. It worked. Thanks for watching.